This was Donald Trump's oddest and most disastrous press conference yet. It just wrapped up. Donald Trump was in the Kennedy Center next to two women wearing evening gowns, and Donald Trump was announcing that he would be the host in December of an award ceremony at the Kennedy Center, and he started talking about the nominees, but then he started saying that he was okay with Russia hacking the United States infrastructure because that's just what Russia does. Here, play this clip.
Yes, please.
Hi, sir. There's new reporting that the Russians have hacked into some computer systems that manage U.S. federal court documents. I wonder if you've seen this reporting and if you plan to bring it up with Putin when you see him later in the week.
I guess I could. Are you surprised? You know, are you surprised? They hack in. That's what they do. They're good at it. We're good at it. We're actually better at it. But no, I have heard about it. I have heard about it. Please.
And mind you, he's saying this with these two women there in the evening gowns, as he's also talking about like an award ceremony and Sylvester Stallone and the Hollywood Walk of Fame. It gets even more bizarre. Then Donald Trump looks at somebody in the audience, one of the reporters, and says, "You look like the Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent. I may make you Treasury Secretary." Here, play this clip.
Mr. President. Like Scott Bessent. Are you the Treasury Secretary?
You don't want me for Treasury.
I don't know. You look like you could do a good job. Go ahead.
I keep my family budget okay. Sir,
And then Donald Trump is asked if he can convince Putin to stop targeting civilians in Ukraine. And Trump goes, no, I can't. Here, play this clip.
Alaska.
Yeah.
Do you believe you can convince him to stop targeting civilians in Ukraine?
Well, I'll tell you what, I've had that conversation with him. I've had a lot of good conversations with him. Then I go home and I see that a rocket hit a nursing home or a rocket hit an apartment building and people are laying dead in the street. So I guess the answer to that is no, because I've had this conversation. I want to end the war.
But didn't you say that you would bring peace to Ukraine in 24 hours? Oh, now you say that was sarcastic and that you were joking. Oh, and then Donald Trump starts talking about the Kennedy honorees. And he said that he was the one, that Trump was the one who decided who gets the awards, and they just couldn't be woke. He had to disqualify people based on their wokeness. But he goes, this isn't a political thing, but I decide who gets the awards. This is what you're doing. You're deciding who's getting the Kennedy Awards based on your woke tests. This is quite literally some of the most authoritarian, bizarre crap imaginable. Here, play this clip.
Go ahead, please, address.
I just wanted to ask you, thank you, Mr. President. How involved were you in the selection process of these honorees?
I would say I was about 98% involved. No, they all went through me. They came over, Rick and Sergio and everybody. They said, I turned down plenty. They were too woke. I had a couple of wokesters. No, we have great people. This is very different than it used to be. Very different. These are great people, and they're not. I don't have any idea of the Republican, because they want people that. The Kennedy Center has everything. Look at the Academy Awards. It gets lousy ratings now. It's all woke. All they do is talk about how much they hate Trump.
And then he starts talking about that he would have been able to renovate the Federal Reserve building much better with wallpaper. He would have found the greatest wallpaper to put all over the building. Here, play this clip.
And they did a job that shouldn't have been done. It was unnecessary to be done. I could have gotten the greatest wallpaper anywhere in the world from the finest stores in the world. I could have fixed up a wall a little bit. It would have taken about 2 hours. And covered it with the most magnificent silk and most magnificent paper for thousands of dollars as opposed to tens of millions of dollars. What a shame it is that they did. But they would take down areas of the building that shouldn't have been taken down. They could have literally been painted, and they didn't do that. So they've got a long way to go. And I think it's just grossly incompetent.
And he keeps weaving in and out of these deranged cognitive thoughts, talking about being okay with Russia hacking our infrastructure, and then talking about like the awards. And here he is right here saying that, if he wants to extend the National Guard in Washington, D.C., he goes, I don't need Congress. I'll just say that there's an emergency. I'll just make up an emergency. Here, play this clip.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Your federalization of the police has a 30-day limit unless Congress acts to extend it. Are you talking to Congress about extending it, or do you believe 30 days is sufficient?
Well, if it's a national emergency, we can do it without Congress, but we expect to be to Congress before Congress very quickly. And again, we think the Democrats will not do anything to stop crime, but we think the Republicans will do it almost unanimously. So we're going to need a crime bill that we're going to be putting in, and it's going to pertain initially to D.C. We're going to use it as a very positive example. And we're going to be asking for extensions on that, long-term extensions, because you can't have 30 days. 30 days that's by the time you do it. We're going to have this in good shape. And don't forget, in the border, everyone said it would take years and you'd have to go back to Congress. I never went to Congress for anything. I just said, close the border.
This is what he's saying at this Kennedy Award honorees announcement. I don't even know why he's the one making this announcement. Oh, then he attacks the chairman of the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, who just yesterday, Trump says he's going to sue. Trump threatened to sue him yesterday. And Trump says, I call him Jerome Too Late Powell. And you know what I call Warren, Elizabeth Warren? I call her Pocahontas. Here, play this clip.
And he got it all wrong. He's too late. We call him Jerome Too Late Powell. It will live with him forever. I believe that name will live with him forever, along with the name Pocahontas and some of the others. He worked closely with Pocahontas, by the way. She's another beauty.
So then Donald Trump is asked, so is Russia going to face any consequences if they don't stop the war in Ukraine after your meeting in Alaska with them? And then Donald Trump goes, yes. So they go, okay, well, what's the consequence? Sanctions? What are you going to do? I'm not telling you. Here, play this clip.
Russia face any consequences if Vladimir Putin does not agree to stop the war after your meeting on Friday?
Yes, they will. Yeah.
What will the consequences
there will be
be?
consequences.
Sanctions, tariffs?
There will be, I don't have to say, there will be very severe consequences. Yes. Yeah, please.
Right. What has he been saying? He's been saying sanctions now in 2 weeks and 60 days, tomorrow. I'll let you know when, a few weeks more. It's so utterly embarrassing. And speaking about utterly embarrassing, while he's talking about these issues of like, what are you going to do with Russia? Again, you have these two ladies in the evening dress right there. And then he just randomly goes, and I am now announcing Sylvester Stallone is an honoree. What is this? What are we watching? Here, play this clip.
Great guy. Next, we look forward to honoring three-time Oscar nominee, Golden Globe Award winner, an action movie icon, and a friend of mine. He's a very unique man. He's somebody that doesn't do these things. I said, I wonder if he'll accept, because some people don't really want to be honored. They don't care. But he was very honored to be honored, I will tell you. He's a very special guy. A real talent, never been given the credit for the talent. There was nobody else could have done the roles that he did like he did. I'm not even close, and they've tried, and they didn't work out too well. His name is Sylvester Stallone.
Whoa, I guess he's not woke, right? He's not woke. Got it, Donald. And then Donald Trump says, and I'm going to host. Another big announcement. I'm going to host the award ceremony in December. People asked me to do it, and I said, why would you ask me? You are fools. You think the president's going to do it? Okay, I'll do it. Here, play this clip. 1978, the Kennedy Center Honors have been among the most prestigious awards in the performing arts. I wanted one. I was never able to get one. This year, it's true, actually. I would have taken it if they would have called me. I waited and waited and waited, and I said, the hell with it. I'll become chairman. And I'll give myself an honor. Maybe I'm going to honor, next year we'll honor Trump, okay? Again, some of the strangest things in the world we're watching. Then Trump brags that his name is in the Hollywood Walk of Fame or the Hollywood Stars. Here, play this clip.
And Sly is a pillar of the really American pop culture and a Hollywood superstar like few others. And one of the biggest names on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. In fact, the only one that's a bigger name on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, they say, is a guy named Donald Trump. I'm on the Hollywood Walk of Fame too, if you can believe that one. But he's amazing. He's really amazing. And he's actually a great actor.
And then he talks about having the finest grass. We will redo the grass. We will make grass better in Washington, DC. Here, play this clip.
We're doing that and doing some other things. And we're going to also fix up a place called Washington, DC. We're going to make it so beautiful again. We're going to be redoing the parks, redoing the grass. You know, grass has a lifetime like people have a lifetime. And the lifetime of this grass has long been gone. When you look at the parks where the grass is old, tired, exhausted, we're going to redo the grass with the finest grasses. I know a lot about grass because I own a lot of golf courses. And if you don't have good grass, you're not in business very long, Lindsey Graham. By the way, you have very good poll numbers, Lindsey. I just saw. Congratulations.
And then this was a real creepy moment from Donald Trump's press conference where he says, we're now taking in trillions of dollars in tariffs, which, by the way, is not true. We are taxing our own people billions of dollars, but our deficit is surging much higher right now under Trump than it was under Biden because Trump's policies are not working and Doge had the opposite effect. But then Donald Trump says that foreign countries were, listen carefully to what he says. He says the foreign countries were taking advantage of us like children. That's an expression that you use. Taking advantage of us like children? Who says such a thing? Here, play this clip.
And Speaker Mike Johnson, these are great people. What we're doing with the great big beautiful bill is you're going to see a whole different country. You're seeing it already. We're coming in where the trillions of dollars is coming in from tariffs from all over the world, from countries that took advantage of our country. They thought we were children. They took advantage of us for decades, and now the money is flowing to us, and we've become the hottest country anywhere in the world.
Yep, not beating those Epstein allegations anytime soon. Then Donald Trump says the 2020 election was rigged, which it was not. Play this clip.
Illegally, and what we were supposed to do, and that was we had a great election in 2020. We won the election by a lot, but it was a rigged election.
And then he whines about Hillary Clinton and Adam Schiff and the 2020 election and goes, Russia, Russia, Russia. Here, play this clip.
With them great, actually. We had I had to go through the Russia hoax. And it was a strain on the relationship. I actually told them, I said, you know, they got this phony investigation going on, Russia, totally phony, created by Adam Schiff, Shifty Schiff, and Hillary Clinton and the whole group of them. And it made it very dangerous for our country because I was unable to really deal with Russia the way we should have been. I'm looking at Pam because I hope something's going to be done about it. These people put our country at great danger. And Adam Schiff, it was all made up. It was a hoax. The Mueller report came out. They all hated me. They had 18 Trump haters. And they said I did nothing wrong. They couldn't believe, they couldn't find anything after years of investigation. It was all a hoax. It was a hoax created by the Democrats, but in particular Schiff and Crooked Hillary, the whole group. And now we've learned all the stuff that's come out over the last 2 months is incredible through intelligence. And hopefully something's going to happen with it. These are people that put our country in danger, in real danger. I want to thank you all very much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
And by the way, you know what this reminds me of? This is what Donald Trump would do when he was in his previous career as just the fraud, con artist, scammer, sexual abuser, where he would hold press conferences that looked just like this with he would have like young girls kind of right there. Just take a look at this. This is what Donald Trump did. This was like what? I think this was 2013 where he was like, I'm going to hand out money.com. I'm handing out money to everybody.com. That was his thing. Here, watch this.
Didn't make it to the podium, to be honest with you. And many of the people are in trouble and they need help. And that's what we're about. And by the way, anything that I make from doing this and anything that I get, I'm putting back in. I'm giving 100% back. So Bill and his group, we're giving out 3 major awards today, and we'll be announcing them now. In addition to that, we're going to be giving 10 checks for $5,000 apiece to some of the people that are in this massive audience. So we'll be doing that, but let's do this first.
20s, 50s. We're giving armfuls of money to people. Anybody want money up there? We got plenty of money for people. Go to Fund Anything. Tell us your story. We'll try to pick you, give you money.
So we're going to be doing these again over the months. We'll do them at Trump Tower. We're going to be doing these again. We have a few more people that we've just taken from the audience.
So utterly bizarre right there. Anyway, one of the strangest things I'm ever seeing. It's utterly humiliating to the United States. Let me know what you think. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 6 million subscribers, and thank you for watching.
The truth is more important than ever. Check out our new Truth Over Lies collection at store.MeidasTouch.com. All 100% USA union made.